Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Adelaide was amongst the 20 most beautiful cities named in the world. Oh, still celebrating, and so we should be.
I went out all night on Hindley Street to celebrate.
I rode the mechanical bull.
Did you?
Yes. And I tell you what, my hips are sore. Worth it? Yes, absolutely.
Hayes 1, Bull 0.
Bull 0. Guess what, Jodes?
What?
Jealousy.
Yeah.
What a curse it is.
It's such a curse.
What an absolute curse.
If people are mean to you, it's because they are jealous.
100%. Enter Victorian Premier Jacinta Allen. She's poked fun at this particular honour at our unbelievable and fearless leader, Peter Malinauskas.
What?
So she wrote on social media after Mally retweeted and said, how good's this, all that sort of stuff. She said, that's cool and all, but if you need a place to eat after 5 p.m, hit us up. Oh! Jacinta!
Well, I thought we were done with this rivalry once we saw the back of Dan.
Oh, no. He trained her well. Oh. And then Mally responded with, according to At The Times, our food scene over here goes all right. Oh! Go, Mally. What I put to the Victorian Premier is, though, I kind of understand why you're so jealous, sweetie.
Yeah.
And that is, and it feels like we're doing things a little bit different here, Jodes.
Yeah.
And 100%, the big dogs are now starting to get jealous. Because I tell you what, in terms of the ants, we're the green ant. Yeah, that's right. We're smaller than the rest.
Yep.
But when we bite you, you better believe we'll leave a welt.
Yeah.
we will leave a welt that'll last for days. I've got some reasons why everyone's so jealous of us.
Go on,
in
then.
particular, Melbourne. You ready for this?
Yeah.
I'll start off with 2 individuals. One is Jason Horne-Francis. Oh, soz Melbourne.
Oh, whoops.
I mean, you got him by technicality. You drafted him, and then he left after 1 year to come back to Adelaide.
What?
Oh, that must sting.
How embarrassment.
Oh, my gosh. The other one's Fitzy.
Yep.
Oh, you wish you had him, didn't you?
Yeah.
But he resides right here in South Australia.
Well, he moved from Sydney to be right here in SA.
A direct quote from Fitzy, Sydney are a bunch of wankers. No, he definitely didn't say that. He definitely didn't say that. The other one for me is double cut rolls.
Oh my God.
That
yes.
exclusively is South Australian.
I only just learned that that's South Australian.
Yeah.
The world is missing out.
Oh my gosh.
You
it's
get double
such
the ingredients, and I don't even think they charge you
They
more.
don't.
No, they don't.
The last one for me is the O-Barn.
Oh, yeah.
It's a strength.
Yeah.
The O-Barn is a strength, and I'll tell you this, because it is a sophisticated filtering system to weed off the incapable elderly drivers. I know exactly what's going on. So this is what happened. This is what happens. Someone gets caught on the O-Barn, and let's be honest, they're probably in their 80s.
Yeah.
And then behind the scenes, you don't know this, but they have a chat with their children who are in their 40s.
Yes.
And that conversation goes along the lines of, Mum and or Dad, look, you've had a good run, but unfortunately, you're not allowed to drive anymore.
Yeah. That's
So-
it for you.
And then also they go, but we're going to go for a trip. I'm going to drive and we're just going to visit a little place called Rest Haven. And we're just going to have a look.
See
We're
if
just
you
going to
like
have a
it.
chat.
Yeah.
They don't have this sort of stuff. They don't have this subtle technology in Melbourne.
No, exactly. There's bingo every Wednesday morning. You're going to love it, Mum and Dad.
Gorgeous.
Sadly
got
for
one?
you, you'll never come home.
You can visit on Christmas.
So jealousy is strong in people that don't see the sun.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
Also
100%.
people that don't score, gather around and live golf.
Oh, very good.
Do you know what? They might have taken the Grand Prix, but you can have it.
Take
Yeah,
it.
yuck.
it.
Take it. I want gather round.
Yes.
Yes.
More like grand crap. Am I right?
Yeah.
Oh, too far. Do you feel, Jody Oddie, that you go above and beyond in doing almost everything for your beautiful husband, Greg Oddie?
I think we're a partnership.
Okay.
I think we do things equally. And if we really broke it down, he probably does a touch more than I do.
Well, there you go. So
But we
this
have
is-
different roles.
This is 100%. And you have
Yeah.
different times in terms of work and all
Yes.
sorts of things.
Yeah.
So you got to chime in together.
Yep.
What about if I throw it over to producer Emily, who sometimes has some very, very interesting / colourful / aggressive things to say about her
Real
beautiful
solid
husband.
feedback for the lovely Michael. And not husband, not married yet.
Thank you, Jody.
Easy.
Didn't want to have to
well,
correct you once again. To be fair, Michael has actually had to lift since I've had this job because obviously I can't do childcare drop-off at 3 a.m. So I'm not going to bag him just yet.
She would if she could.
A couple of very lucky ladies right here. That's what I'll say. Let me introduce you to Paige Turner, who's a social media influencer.
What's Paige got to say?
She dropped this via TikTok of the things that she will not do for her husband.
So here's a list of things that I don't do for my husband. You all know I don't do his laundry. He can do that himself. I do my laundry and we do the kids' laundry, but he does his own. I don't cook dinner. He cooks dinner every single night. I do breakfast and lunch for us and our kids. I don't pack him a lunch. If he's hungry, he'll figure out what he's going to eat for lunch the same way that I do. I don't make his doctor's appointments because guess what? He's not making mine. Would it be kind of me to do that? For sure. Is it my job? Absolutely not. I don't schedule his haircuts. I don't pack his clothes for vacation. I don't buy him new underwear when it's got holes in it.
If I was to accidentally have a few too many beers on a Friday night and stumble home at 1 a.m, do you think Paige would handle it well?
No. Not overly well. I don't like her aggressive tone. And it's kind of dripping with, I don't know, it's a bit of acidity, isn't it? Like she's really resentful.
I can't believe we're on the same page here.
No. I didn't finish what I was saying.
Sorry.
But I don't disagree with them.
Oh, there we go.
I don't. Why can't he do his own stuff?
Yeah, he can.
Oh, my God, because we're idiots, right? Sometimes Cara has to breathe for me.
I know, but also that's like you guys do that on purpose. Like I'm so hopeless at the washing, so I'm not going to do it.
No, you think it's an act. It's not an act.
No,
It's not an act.
weaponized incompetence. Exactly, producer Zoe.
My issue here is though, Jodes,
What is your issue
I've
on
got
this
many,
occasion?
but this time, so she's not going to do his washing,
Yeah.
and she's going to do her own, and she's going to do the kids. If she's only got half a load of whites, she's just not going to do his washing on principle? Fill up the whole load and save some water, save the environment. Don't be a mole.
No.
It's about efficiency.
Okay.
That's Em's motto too, by the way.
No, I get that.
Don't be a mole.
It's in her bio on Instagram. Don't be a mole.
I get that. And that is a little bit vindictive. But I don't disagree with her encouraging him to make his own doctor's appointments, a big boy, and put his big boy pants on and not have his wife do everything
But
for
also,
him.
I'm sure she's not out there with the lawnmower or...
Why not?
Well...
My mother-in-law's 72. She mows all the lawns for everyone. Like,
yeah, but
why-
she's saying, well, I'm not going to pack his lunch because he can do that. So she's probably going, well, I'm not going to mow the lawn
Well,
because
this
he
is
can do
interesting.
that.
So we've got producer M who's for, and we've got Jodie Oddie who's against Paige Turner. What I will play for you right now is some live audio of Jodie driving her husband
Don't.
Greg's car this morning. If you've just tuned in, there's an almighty scratch on Greg's car.
Stop it.
So let's just flip this around. Guess what, Greg? You're getting breakfast, lunch and dinner cooked for you for the next couple of weeks.
I hate you.
Oh, the games have been an absolute delight,
Haven't
Joes. Absolute delight. There's been highs, there's been lows, there's been near misses. And sometimes you just got to really analyse the near misses. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you know exactly what I mean.
Those 1%ers, isn't it really? They can cost you, can't they?
Sometimes the difference between glory or not
Yeah.
can be a pen 15. That's all. That could be the difference.
Just
Let's talk about
explain what's happened, please.
French athlete Anthony Amirati. He's gone viral at the Games. He's a pole vaulter. On Sunday morning, he became the latest athlete to suffer the unfortunate fate of knocking over the bar with his pen 15. It happens all the time. And when I look at it, there's two fears that I get when I watch the pole vaulters. That happening,
Yep.
but also when they come down,
Yes.
the pole vault catching them on the way down. And you've seen some outrageous videos.
Yeah.
So this one isn't one of those.
Okay.
It's the first one where, sure, it got slapped around a little bit, but I don't think there was any sort of long-term damage.
Sure.
The pen 15 probably got a black eye or two, but it will recover.
Yep.
And Anthony Amirati is now one of the most famous athletes on the planet.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It's crazy. 13, 24, 10. Let's just put this out there. Do you think it's going to work?
Okay.
Do you reckon it's going to work?
Categorically not going to work. You want to do this. When did your pen 15 get in the way?
You know what? I'll broaden it too. When did your bits get in the way?
All right.
Don't leave the ladies out.
Okay.
Don't you dare leave the ladies
Well,
out.
you probably need to lead by example in this space then.
I had a mate who was doing weights.
Of course you did.
And he was doing flies. And I don't know what was happening. I think this is when we were youngsters, I think he was wearing satin boxer shorts.
Right.
So he wasn't getting the support that he needed.
Okay, sure.
Flies got a little bit out of control, and obviously he was starting to fatigue, and then bang.
Crunch together.
Old mate got in the way.
Oh.
And all of a sudden he completely crushed it.
Oh,
And I've mentioned this before. The look after was something out of a horror flick.
As in
like
on-
you'd take a photo of it, and that's the gross pictures that you'd find when you search STDs and things like that.
oh wow.
But it was just a weights related incident.
Yeah.
Purely got in the way of him trying to do some flyers for his shoulders.
What, he showed you, did he?
He showed everyone, to be honest. His name was Heath. And the heater, it was his party trick for a good 2 to 3 weeks during the healing process.
Yeah, right.
It happens, though.
Okay.
It really does happen.
When I was a small child, can you remember those roundabouts abs that had like the 2 bits of steel that go that way and then the bit in the middle?
Oh, gosh.
I was standing in one of those and took a tumble.
Oh, gosh.
That wasn't good.
What happened?
I was bruised. Let's just put it that way. Nasty.
You recovered, though.
I'm okay now.
Oh, how are you feeling about this space, Abs?
Yeah, well, anytime you go to lay down as a girl and do, like we were at the gym and we had to lay down on something and do flies that way,
Yeah.
that's difficult for people who have larger
Gets in the way, doesn't
nether
it?
regions.
Absolutely gets in the way. 13-24-10 to celebrate our boy Anthony Amirati. When did your bits get in the way? When did they stop you from taking the next
I'm
step?
just telling you, this is not going to be a thing.
It happens, okay?
Did you ever have any football injuries in that space?
I got hit a couple of times, and it is the most debilitating pain of all time when you get hit fair in the plums.
Do you understand this? Because obviously, as girls, we've never experienced being hit there.
But isn't it really painful for girls when you get hit in the boobs? Isn't it a really, really intense pain?
Can't say I've ever been hit there.
I've never been hit in the boobs.
Okay.
Producer Zoe, no.
Yeah, or netball. In netball, have you ever copped a netball to the chest? That can be a little...
There's some girls that ride you a little bit close.
Whoa.
You know.
Okay. Interesting times. It's nothing quite like anything down there. It's absolutely debilitating.
Okay.
It drops you to your knees.
What I find interesting as well is that men talk about that in the sense of it's as painful as childbirth, having
Yes.
no idea
Wow.
and
No,
haven't
yes.
been through childbirth.
Yeah.
Perhaps worse. Who knows?
Oh, God.
Hey, we don't seem to have any calls for your phone topic. When did your bits get in the way?
We'll go
but
in.
I'm not ruling it out.
Right now, we're talking about something which is pretty close to my heart. Actually, no, it's not. It couldn't be further away. We're talking about Anthony Amirati. He's gone viral. This is the French pole vaulter, who unfortunately got knocked out of the pole vault because his Pen 15 knocked the bar off.
Well, this
and you
is-
just wonder if the Pen 15 wasn't as big as it is, whether he'd potentially be a gold medalist. Who's to say?
That's true. I mean, it would be the first time ever for a man that it was a curse, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. But it's like, what do you take? Knocked out of the Olympics or the entire world being like, how about this guy?
Yeah.
The human horse.
I don't know. I genuinely thought you would get no calls for this, but what do you know? It's a full board.
Yeah, 13-24-10. When did your bits get in the way?
Andy, good morning.
Yeah, you going?
Yeah, I'm good. When did your bits get in the way?
So we're over in Vietnam, and I bought this marble statue from Marble Hill over there, and it cost me all sorts of dough to get it back into the country, and I couldn't wait for my mate to come around to put up on this shelf, so I've lifted it myself. It weighs about 80 kilos. It's so heavy and quite awkward, and I got up on my tippy toes to put it up on this shelf and sort of give it a bit of a nudge with my pelvis area, and my silk purse got stuck underneath it and just nipped it, and blood blister after weeks.
Oh, my God. 80 kilos of pressure.
It was bad.
What was the recovery process like, Andy?
A lot of ice and massage.
A lot of ice and massage. Were you in a relationship at the time as well?
I'm going to say yes.
Oh, gosh. See, it
goodness.
happens.
All right.
Good morning to you, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. How are we, guys?
We're good, thank you. Chris, dare I ask the question, when did it get in the way?
Well, when I was a young'un, I was practising jumps on my push bike, and my feet come off of the pedals, and when I landed straight on my nuts on the seat, and one decided it wanted to vacate from my bottom area and ended up in my groin.
Oh,
And I had,
my God.
yes, and of course, off to hospital, and it had to be an operation to have it put back into the scrotum.
Oh, my gosh. So, how old were you, Chris, and what was the pain like?
Well, I was 14 at the time, and the pain was excruciating.
Oh, it's like as bad as you could possibly imagine. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so imagine being kicked very hard in that region. That was like that, but for about 2 hours.
Oh, gosh.
And imagine going to school on Monday and poor old Jenny goes, "How was your weekend, Chris?" "Well, have I got a story for you, Jenny?"
In a high voice.
Oh, there we go. After hearing that story, what's that? Oh, that's my you-know-what, just leaving the room. Just wincing in pain.
Should we go to Jamie? Good morning.
Good morning. How are we all?
We're good. Okay. Dare I ask, when did your bits cut in the way?
Well, I have the female equivalent of Anthony's experience as a pole vaulter.
Oh.
So I've got, I guess, a larger size chest for an athlete and have knocked the bar off not once, not twice, but 3 times in a national championship. And my coach, who was male and a little bit older, yells at me from across the fence, "Will you strap those bloody things down?" And my dad, who was sitting in the crowd, and happens to be Sparky, which is the only excuse I'll give him for having a roll of duct tape in his pocket, yells out, "I've got something!" And everyone has just gone into hysterics, and I'm mortified and embarrassed for the rest of my life.
Oh, my gosh. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
Strap those things down. I feel that's also a conversation that fathers give their daughters when they start going out as
true,
well.
true.
Some skimpy outfits.
Oh, dear.
So, Jamie, just before we let you go, have you seen this vision of this pole vaulter, and do you feel for our boy Anthony Amirati?
I have seen it. Do I feel for him? Nah. I feel like... I feel like it seems to have happened quite a few times over the last few years in some bigger competitions.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe some tighter fitting outfits or something.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Maybe Anthony needs to strap that thing down, you know?
Who knows? Need to really get some duct tape out and go one or two laps around the waist. Who knows? Thank you to everybody who called up this morning against all odds, against expectations, Jones.
I didn't see that coming.
Plenty of stories out there. Thank you for contributing to When Did Your Bits Get in the Way?